Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you have the opportunity to join me. I'm Dr. Jan. This is Russell Institute of Learning Sidebar Education. And if you are a faithful follower, you know I did not get to record yesterday. I was working. We are in transition. The collaborative school, 3 schools I was with, we're now venturing going back face to face. One of the schools was able to do that today. They're doing orientation, and our school doesn't still have a school building, so we're still doing virtual. But I went from teaching one class of 5th graders to 2 classes now, 1 5th, 1 6th grade, even though the number is smaller. Now I'm dealing with 2 different subjects, somewhat, at least at the grade level. I had to close out the old collaboration group, make sure all the families had closure, that they had grades, they knew what was going on, and then open up brand new just over the weekend. So it has been a whirlwind, and I'm needing to take a break. So my break is recording, and I thank God that I have those who care enough and have been praying for me. I thank you. And so today I am going to read a teacher's prayer, and in just reading it, getting ready, it almost made me teary. So one, that identifies I'm a little tired, but I also know the preciousness of God's presence, of what I want to do, because I believe He gifted me and He's called me to be a teacher. So here is a teacher's prayer, and it was written by Olga Dewana, and it says, "Help me to be a fine teacher, to keep peace in the classroom, peace between my students and myself, to be kind and gentle to each and every one of my students. Help me to be merciful to my students, to balance mercy and discipline in the right measure for each student, to give genuine praise as much as possible, to give constructive criticism in a manner that is palatable to my students. Help me to remain conscientious enough to keep my lessons always interesting, to recognize what motivates each of my students, to accept my students' limitations and not hold it against them. Help me to not to judge my students too harshly, to be fair to all, to be a good role model, but most of all, oh Lord, help me to show your love to all of my students. Amen." That is me, and I think probably I could read that prayer every morning to be a reminder. I want them to see Jesus in me. So ladies and gentlemen, like, follow, comment, and share. Share this with other teachers who really need to hear that prayer, to be reinvigorated, to know that their job is valuable. Whether we get the pay, whether we get the recognition, we have been ordained by God with a grace that needs to be transmitted to the children of our world. And remember, they are the future. So what we do and how we react to them will determine the type of character that they have as they grow into adulthood. Where will we pick up, and where will we figure out what are we supposed to deal with? There are so many teachers who are trying to figure out how we are transitioning back into the classroom and having the responsibility of so many people telling them how to do it, when to do it, and that it just really makes it a very difficult transition, as much as they love the children and want to do their best. Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow.